Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be sharing with you how you can change your black and white photo into colored photo in Adobe Photoshop. This is Twisted Creative. Larry Bemanians, my name. If it's your first time on this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Not only by hitting that subscribe button, also ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the next video. Without wasting much time, let's jump into it. This is a color tutorial. Then you have to use masking. This is a black and white image I'm going to be changing into color in this tutorial. So, but this other image here is a kind of reference image where we steal color from, as in when you are trying to make your adjustment, you'll be looking at that color and be seeing something similar to, just take it as something similar to what you want. So just have to start by using our lasso tool. If you are used to lasso tool, you can use lasso tool, but if you know you can paint it direct on it, fine. But now I want to use lasso tool. So I'm starting from the skin tone. I have to make selection of the skin tone, so I have to fast forward it. You can hold your shift to add up selection. So here you are in the face area. Then we proceed as usual. Hold your shift to add up selection. Then we start here. So you hold your shift again to add up selection. So we have to go to the other leg. You hold your shift as usual to add up selection. So have the skin area selection done. I think I can see selection is not too bad. Then what we have to do now is for us to add the adjustment layer, which is going to be color balance adjustment layer. So like as we said, we are going to start adding the color. Before we do that, we have to select the black and white image in the layer and go to adjustment layer, then select color balance. Then in this color balance, we are going to start adjusting. Then where are we going to start? We're going to use, like, we have the mid-tone, the shadows, the mid-tone, and the highlight. So we are going to select the mid-tone first and adjust. We'll add red As you can see, the skin area selected already is showing, so we can add red and yellow. The combination of red and yellow gives us our skin tone, so have to add red and yellow. This may be enough but may not be enough. Let's just check and see if it's going to give us more on the shadows. Let's add a little, not much on the shadow, and there's add red and a little yellow also. Then we'll go to the highlight and do the same. We can add more red and not too much yellow to it. Then we can also go back to the mid tone and reduce the red. But at the same time, we can still wait until we finish so as to know where and where we can make our correction. But meanwhile, as we are looking at this image, the colors are close already, the mid-tone, the shadows, and the highlights. So we have to go to the other areas of the image and start selecting again. Let's mask out the short knicker, and we have to pick up our lasso tool and start selection. We have to start a new selection. But before we do that, let's just rename this adjustment layer to skin tone. Skin tone. So we have this as skin tone. Then we'll go to the image again and select, start masking the short knicker. Have to fast forward it. This is the first part. Then you have to hold your shift to adobe selection. Have to fast forward as usual. So you have to you have to hold up your shift and adobe selection. So we have the short knicker selected. We have to start colorizing by go to our adjustment here. Let's say before we do that, we have to select our selection, make our selection, and feather with 2. Then we hit our adjustment layer and choose color balance. It's very simple, just for us to play with the sliders and we have the color. Then we have something like, let's say, okay, let's assume it's a blue jeans. Let's just add up blue. Are you not seeing it? Is it not interesting? Okay, let's just assume that this blue is not, it's not a good color of blue. Let's just go, we can still go on cyan and add up cyan, and here we go. So look at what we have here. We have a very fine blue pants here. Okay, the next thing we are going to be doing is for us to go ahead and select the top, as in the top, depending on your terminology. Okay, let's go and let's zoom in. Let's remove this thing here first and start somewhere like this. Pick up your lasso tool as usual and start. I'm going to fast forward it now. I think I have to involve this area also. Just make it like from here. Are you with me? Let's go. Yeah, we are here with the top selected. You know, as usual, what we just going to do is just for us to feather it with like two is enough, and go to our adjustment layer and choose color balance as usual. Then what I'm going to place here, let's just feel is red that is here. Okay, let's just do it and take the mid tone up to the ending, and we can see reduce it. Then add a little yellow, little touch of yellow. Then go to the shadows and do the same thing. Do the same thing to the shadows and add a little yellow also. Then go to the highlights and do the same thing. You can put more from the highlight and the highlights. Okay, let's say here should be enough, and then go to the shadows again and see if it's going to remove or add. Isn't it amazing? Okay, just take a look at what we have here. I think selection not too bad. Okay, there is a mistake somewhere. Okay, let's just add up somewhere, and you can say you can also use the brush, or we can select this area like so. We can hold. Okay, let's say make selection of this area, then feather with two. You know why I'm using this selection method, this marking method, is for you to get like close to accurate. Because if you start painting with your brush just like that, it's going to be, you're not going to be perfect in that. After making the selection, we have to pick up our brush and make sure our foreground is white and our background is black, and simply paint on that area that was missed out before. I can see there is a little spill here. Let's just see how we can get over it. You can just toggle between the background and the foreground with X, and reduce your brush size and remove it from that area. Simple. Simple, just remove it. So let's believe that we are done with the top, and what is left here. Okay, let's just be fast in this. We can just put a little touch of brown on the hair. As you can see, the hair is still black. Let's just go to, there'll be no need selecting the hair now. Just go to the adjustment layer and pick up color balance again. What we have to do is just to put a little red on the hair, then add a little touch of yellow, little, just like -2 is okay. Then we use but we can also, if you want to, if you want to make your work well organized, if you want to organize your job very well, you can just start renaming. Like here, let's call this pants, let's call this pants, then hit OK. Let's take a look at it very well and say this is the top. Let's say shirts. Let's say shirts. Then you go to this other one and say this one has not been selected. Then we have to use this one for the hair. You can just rename as hair. Then you can go in there and let's check something, and you can just select the layer mask and use your Ctrl I to invert it, and pick up your brush. Make sure your foreground is white. You can toggle between foreground and background with X, and go in there and paint it in. Increase or reduce your brush size and paint it. We are done painting the hair. Then if you take a look at in between the hair and the skin tone, you notice it's not looking good at all. You go to the skin tone here, select the skin tone, and then double click it to bring out the layer style boss. And this underlying layer, you take this black side to remove the black side from the light. So we have to take it to this extent, and it's okay like this. Then hold down our Alt key, then separate these angles and pull it apart a little. Then you see the transition being well arranged here. So if you take a look at this now, you notice there's a kind of noise and all that there, but we are going to take care of that soon. Then let's just hit OK for now, and we can check and see where we have to work on. Like as you can see, initially I painted all this area with skin tone, but as long as that underlying layer is being adjusted, everywhere was taken care of, when we are doing the hair area. So this is it. And like these shoes, it's just like a black shoe, but it's still looking like something like some black and white. When you take a shot with light, there used to be color spill from different areas. So we have to paint up this shoe and add a little touch of color to it. Which color are we going to use? Okay, let's just see, like brown, if it's going to be okay. Just hit the adjustment layer and take that, the same red-ish and yellow-ish stuff, and as you can see, we have a little change there. Then what we have to do, we have to select the layer mask and use our Ctrl I to invert it and paint it. Make sure your foreground color is white and your background color is black, and paint up the shoe. Like as you can see, this is before, this is after. So there is a change there. Let's paint the other side, and that's what we've done with the shoes. So here is what we have on the shoe, but if you know it's too much, I can see I'm overdoing something here. If you know you overpainted, you can just toggle between the foreground color and background color and paint. So that is it. I think we are done with the shoe. Then if you take a look at the entire background, we have the background is white background, but there's supposed to be a little color touch on it. Let's see if we're going to add blue. So how do we go about adding color? Just select the main image and go to our object selection tool and drag it around the image. Boom, it is selected. Then what we have to do, we don't have to be much precise. Then we just select inverse and can feather with 2 also. Then what do we have to do? Just go to our adjustment layer and pick up our color balance and pull out the blue a little, and here we go. You can see add a little red if you want. As you can see, it's becoming a perfect color image. So let's see what else that needs to be done to this image. Okay, let's just rename this to be background color. Let's say background color. Let's say color. Then what else have we not renamed? Let's check and see. This should be the color of the shoe. Let's say shoe. there's really something we don't need to forget here. We're talking about the lips here. Like as you can see, we have already painted with we've already painted with skin tones. Now we have to add a little touch of magenta so as to make it a little bit reddish, So we have to go to our lasso tool and select the lips. So when it gets to lip selection, you have to be precise. Then okay, when we get here, we just have to feather with, like, let's say 1.5, so as to make it sharp. So um so we have to go and choose our adjustment layer again, and let's say let it be on top, and choose adjustment layer, color balance, and have to add little red and magenta. So like this, we have it on the midtones. We have to go to the shadows and add a little also. Then go to the highlight and do the same thing. You can see, take it to the blue side, and so it's going to be pinky in nature. So like this, you can see, like if we feel this color is too much for this lip, can also go to our opacity and reduce it. So this is what we have from the lip. Like as you can see, this is the lips, and you can see it's looking more better than before. So this is the entire black and white image that has been transformed into colored. Isn't it amazing? So let's just see before and after. I'll have to take everything in a group, and let's say this is before, this is after. This is before, and this is after. Let's take a closer look. This is before, and this is after. Isn't it amazing? Yes, that is it for today's tutorial. If you find it interesting, helpful, and useful, let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that like button. And don't also forget to hit that subscribe button if you've not done that before, and also ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the next video. Thanks for watching today's video. Creative people, we keep on creating. Just stay creative. See you in the next video. Bye for now.